Maxwell here. I'm glad you're with me on Minute with Maxwell today. I want to talk to you about expectations. A manager will tell you that you get what you inspect. A leader will tell you you get what you expect. Neither is wrong. Both have different functions. Leaders lead with expectation and anticipation, and managers manage by knowing what's happening. Again, they both have value within an organization. But for this time, together with you, I want to talk to you about expectations. I've come to the conclusion, if I've watched people, that a lot of people's expector has expired. They've just lost it. They really do. Now, I believe at one time they had expectations, but maybe because life's been tough on them and perhaps because they've been throwing a few curves in life, all of a sudden they have stopped expecting. And what happens is that when we lose that expectation part of our life, we receive less. It begins to cut down the good things that could rightfully be ours. We're like the kid who was fishing at a pond, and he was having some pretty good luck. He kept catching fish, and there was an elderly guy that was on the other side of the pond, and he was watching the kid, and he'd pull the fish out of the water, and he'd kind of hold it up, and if it was a small one, he would keep it. If it was a big one, he'd throw it back in the water, and the old man just watched that for about an hour, and probably saw him do that 6 or 7 times, and finally, he made his way over to the kid and said, "How you doing fishing?" The old boy says, "I'm doing pretty good." He said, "I'm catching a lot of them." And he said, "I noticed that you keep the small ones and you throw the big ones back into the pond. That's a little interesting to me." He said, "Usually it's the other way around." He said, why are you doing that?" "Oh," he said, "Sir, that's very easy." He said, "I only have a 7-inch frying pan." I watch all kind of people have 7-inch frying pans. And therefore, they never can get bigger than the world that they've created for themselves. Throw that frying pan away. Give it a toss into the pond. Get a bigger frying pan. Get a bigger world. Get around bigger people. Get bigger experiences. Get bigger exposure. Just get around bigger, because big will help you create those expectations. I know this. People that get old don't get old because they've just got a lot of years under their belt. They get old because they've lost the curiosity and the expectation of life. You don't want to let your expectations to expire. Resurrect them. Bring them back. Get a bigger frying pan. Trust me, my friend, expectations are the joy of life. My name is John. Glad you're with me today on Minute with Maxwell.